So if we're sitting in the chair, we don't want to be leaning back against the chair, okay? So want to be upright. Feet flat on the floor so that the knees are bent in a 90-degree angle, and also the hips bent at a 90-degree angle. So the torso's upright. We don't want to be slouching or leaning forward. And the hands, we'll see different hand positions with different Qigong routines. So they can rest in the lap, they can be on the thighs with palms up or palms down. And let me show you from the side what this should look like. So upright, not like tense, but upright. Gaze level. So the 6 healing sounds, as I mentioned last week, somebody's in the waiting room now. Last week when I discovered a half a dozen research articles about what they're doing with treatment, prevention and treatment of COVID in China, there were several routines, Qigong routines, that were commonly mentioned as part of the prevention and treatment approach that they were using. Am I in focus? Do I have good focus here? Okay. Yeah, I can't see myself in the camera very well. Now, the 8 pieces of brocade, commonly used, and the 6 healing sounds, and also the muscle tendon change. It's the muscle tendon change. It's interesting. So, but 6 healing sounds is good for a lot more than for just the prevention of the COVID virus or the treatment of people who've had the disease. And let me get my notes so I can be. And I can inform you of what else these sounds might be used for. All right, so 6 healing sounds. 6 healing sounds are like centuries old. And so over the years, there's been a variety of different versions of the 6 healing sounds passed down. So this is one version, and you'll find others. Some of them, of course, use the sound by itself. Others use the sound with movements that are built into the sound routines. And in still other cases, you can use the sounds with, or the sounds have been brought into Qigong routines that probably started without the sounds, like the 8 pieces of brocade and the 5 animal sports. So there's quite a wide variety of applications. And also, there's a variety of sounds that are used. They're similar, but sometimes you find that they're somewhat different depending on which routine you're using. So in this routine, some of the sounds will be a little bit different than those we've used before, but that's okay. And if you're thinking about, well, which sound is the right sound? The guideline for determining that is your feeling. Your feeling when you make the sound. Does the sound do what it's supposed to do? Do you feel the sound working for you? Now, when we do the healing sounds, we'll use the return to childhood breathing. We gently expand the abdomen as we inhale and gently push down on the perineum. Gently contract the abdomen as we exhale and gently lift the perineum. All throughout this routine, with the 6 healing sounds, our movements will be gentle and our breathing will be relaxed. So we won't be exhaling until we are out of gasping, and we won't be breathing in until we're bursting. We lose about 60 or 70% of the lung capacity. And when we stretch, things like this, we won't be locking up the elbows. We'll be keeping them just a little bit relaxed. Okay, so we're not going to extremes in the movement to tense up the body. All right, let's start. We'll start with the lungs. And the healing sound that we'll use is like air leaking from a balloon. The sounds are made so-called subvocally, which is very softly, so that we don't tense up the vocal cords, because if we tense up the throat and the vocal cords, it will inhibit some of the desired effect from the sounds, which is to release a stale energy and heat out the mouth. So the idea of the sound, that we make the sound resonates in the organ that we're working on. This helps release stale energy and trapped heat from the organ. Part of it goes out the throat and mouth. Part of that stale energy and heat goes out into the sac surrounding the organ and the interstitial tissue that is located between the organs in the torso. So we're trying to release stale energy, release heat, and cool the organs down, because most of the problems start with the organs being too hot because stress, pollutants, and things like that cause the energy and heat to be trapped in the organs. So with the lungs, sound is, I'm going to come to the microphone and make the sound so you can hear more clearly. Subvocally, which means very softly. I'll be making the sound a little louder than it should be made, just so that I can remind you it's time to make the sound. And this is what the sound is. Okay? But you should make the sound subvocally. Okay. We inhale. And we lift the arms up over the head. In. At eye level, we turn the palms up, look upward. Exhale and make the sound. Now breathe normally. Imagine as you exhale, you're exhaling sadness and sorrow. Turn the palms down. We inhale. You're inhaling white chi, white energy, filling the lungs with white energy. Inhaling feelings of courage and righteousness. We place the hands on the lap, palms facing up. Now smile down into the lungs. Smile down into your lungs. Imagine as you breathe normally, that you're breathing out staleness and heat, and breathing in fresh, cool energy. Breathing out staleness and heat. Breathing in fresh, cool energy. And let's repeat that. So inhale. Look upward. Exhale. Make the sounds. Breathe out sadness and sorrow as you make the sounds. Turn the palms down. Inhale. Breathe in white qi. Breathe in courage and righteousness. Breathe normally. Visualize that you're breathing out heat and staleness out of the lungs and breathing in clear, cool energy. Smile down to your lungs. And imagine your lungs feeling cool and clean and smiling back at you. And let's do it again. In and out. Make the sounds. Breathe out sadness and sorrow. Inhale, white qi, courage and righteousness. Breathe normally. Breathe in clear, cool energy. Breathe out staleness and heat. Breathe in clear, cool energy. And breathe out staleness and heat. Smile down to your lungs. And imagine your lungs feeling clean and cool and smiling back at you. And let's do it again. In and out. Sound and exhaling sadness and sorrow. Turn palms down. Inhale, white qi, courage and righteousness. Put your palms on your lap, palms up. Breathe normally. Breathe in. Cool, clean energy. Breathe out heat and staleness. Smile down to your lungs. And imagine your lungs smiling back at you. And again, in, out, sound. Breathe out sadness and sorrow. inhale, white chi, courage, and righteousness. Breathe normally. Breathe again, clean, cooling energy. Breathing out, stale energy and heat. Smile down to your lungs. And imagine your lungs feeling clean and cool and smiling back at you. Again, in and out. Breathe out. Sadness and sorrow, make the sound. Breathe in, white chi, courage and righteousness. Breathe normally. Breathe in, cool, clear energy. Breathe out heat and staleness. Smile down into your lungs. And imagine your lungs smiling back at you. And one more. In, out sound, and breathe out sorrow and sadness. Breathe in white chi, courage and righteousness. Breathe normally. Breathe in cool, clear energy. Breathe out heat and staleness. Smile down to your lungs. And feel that smiling energy fill your lungs and wrap around them. And imagine your lungs smiling back at you. Yeah. Now we'll go to the kidneys. Oh, someone joining us. Now, the kidneys, we're going to put the legs together. We're going to inhale, bend forward, clasp the hands around the knees, pull back and look upward. And relax a bit, exhale and make a healing sound. Chew. As you make the healing sound, imagine squeezing the area between solar plexus and navel, squeezing it in. And squeezing out fear. Straighten up, breathe into the kidneys, blue chi. Breathe in blue chi, gentleness and kindness. Breathe normally. Smile down into your kidneys. Imagine fear turning to kindness. Imagine your kidneys smiling back at you. And we'll do again. So legs together. Inhale, bend forward. Clasp the hands around the knees. Pull back on your kidney area and look upward. Relax a little bit. Exhale and make the sound chew, chew, chew. Squeeze in the middle abdomen and squeeze out fear. Straighten up. Breathe into your kidneys, blue chi and gentleness and kindness. Let's breathe normally. Breathing in gentleness and kindness. Smile into your kidneys. Feel the smiling energy filling your kidneys and wrapping around them. Feel fear turn to kindness. Imagine your kidneys smiling back at you. Okay, let's do again. Legs together. Inhale. Clasp the hands. Pull back. Squeeze in the middle abdomen. Squeeze out fear and make the chew sound. Chew. Straighten up. Breathe into the kidneys, blue chi, gentleness and kindness. Breathe normally. Breathing in, blue chi, gentleness and kindness. Smile into your kidneys. Imagine fear turning to kindness. Imagine your kidneys smiling back at you. And again, inhale, pull back, push your kidney area back, look up, relax a bit, exhale, make the chow. Squeeze out fear. Press into this area here between solar plexus and navel. Straighten up. Legs can open up now. And breathe in blue chi and gentleness and kindness into your kidneys. Breathing normally, breathe in blue chi, gentleness and kindness. Smile into your kidneys. Feel the smiling energy fill your kidneys and wrap around them. Feel the fear turning to gentleness and kindness. Imagine your kidneys smiling back at you. And again, knees together, inhale. Push back in the kidney area, look up. Relax a bit, exhale. Make the sound. Squeeze in the middle abdomen. Squeeze out fear. Straighten up. Breathe in blue chi, gentleness and kindness. Smile into your kidneys. Feel the smiling energy fill the kidneys and wrap around them. Feel fear turn to kindness. Imagine your kidneys smiling back at you. And one more. Inhale, knees together. Pull back on the kidney area. Look up. Relax a bit. Exhale. Make the healing sound. Squeeze in the middle abdomen and squeeze out fear. Straighten up, breathe normally. Breathe in blue chi into your kidneys. Smile down to your kidneys. Feel the smiling energy fill the kidneys and wrap around them. Feel fear turn to kindness. Imagine your kidneys smiling back at you. Now we turn to liver. We'll go back to having the feet hip width apart. Arms at our sides, palms facing out. And the healing sound we'll make is the shoo, shoo, like what I'm wearing on my feet, shoo. Inhale, bring the arms up over the head, eyes follow the right hand. Interlock the fingers. Exhale, bring your right palm up higher than the left palm. Make the shoo sound. As you exhale, visualize expelling heat and anger. Unlock the fingers. Breathe into the liver. Smile down into your liver. And breathe in green chi. Breathe normally. Breathe in green chi, generosity and forgiveness. Imagine your liver smiling back at you. Feel a connection between your liver and your eyes. Arms at the sides, palms facing up, out. And we'll breathe in. Eyes follow the right hand. Interlock the fingers. Breathe out. Right palm higher. Make the shoo sound. Expelling heat and anger. Unlock the fingers. Breathe into the liver. Smile down into the liver and breathe in green chi, generosity and forgiveness. Breathe normally as you breathe in green chi, generosity and forgiveness. Imagine your liver smiling back at you. And again, connect with your liver and eyes. And inhale. Eyes follow right hand. Interlock fingers. Exhale, make the shoo sound. Breathe out heat and anger. Right palm a little higher than left. Unlock your fingers. Breathe into the liver. Smile down at your liver. Breathe in green chi and generosity and forgiveness. Breathe into your liver. Green chi, generosity and forgiveness. Imagine your liver smiling back at you. And again, make the connection between your liver and your eyes. Inhale. Exhale and shoo. Exhale heat and anger. Breathe into the liver. Smile down to the liver. Breathe normally as you breathe in green chi and generosity and forgiveness. Imagine your liver smiling back at you. And again, liver and eyes connect. Inhale. Exhale. Make the shoo sound and breathe out anger and heat. Breathe Breathe into the liver. Smile down to your liver. Breathe normally and breathe in. Green Qi, generosity and kindness. Breathe in green Qi, generosity and kindness. Forgiveness, excuse me. Smile down to your liver and imagine your liver smiling back at you. And one more time. Connect liver and eyes. Inhale. Exhale, make the shu sound. Breathe out heat and anger. Breathe into the liver. Smile down to the liver. As you breathe normally, breathe in green Qi, generosity and forgiveness. Imagine your liver smiling back at you. Now we'll go to the heart. And the sound for the heart will be ha, ha. Okay, not ha ha, but ha. Did I say, I meant to say heart, did I say heart? Connect the heart with the tongue. Tongue is the opening of the heart. Now, the same as the liver. Inhale. Interlock the fingers, but lean slightly to your right. Make the ha sound. Ha. Release heat, cruelty, impatience, and arrogance. Ha. Release heat, cruelty, impatience, and arrogance. Breathe normally. Breathe in red Qi, joy and love. Breathe in red Qi, joy and love. Smile down to your heart. Feel the smile, smiling energy fill your heart and wrap around it. And imagine your heart smiling back at you. And again, connect heart and tongue. Inhale. Exhale, make the ha sound. Breathe out heat, cruelty, impatience. Inhale, joy and love. normally, breathe into your heart, red chi, joy and love. And smile down into your heart. Feel the smiling energy filling your heart and wrapping around it. And imagine your heart smiling back at you. And one more time, connect heart with tongue. In. Out. Pause sound. Release heat, cruelty, impatience. Breathe in joy and love. Smile down into your heart. Breathe into your heart red chi, joy and love. Imagine your heart smiling back at you. Next is our spleen. Connect the mouth and spleen. So spleen's over here. The spleen sound will be hoo, hoo. Place your hands to the left of your sternum and we'll push in like this. So inhale and exhale, push out heat and dampness and make the healing sound hoo. So as you inhale, exhale again, push out heat and dampness and make the healing sound hoo. Imagine expelling overthinking and worry. Inhale into your spleen, your pancreas and your stomach, yellow chi and feelings of fairness and compassion. Smile down to your spleen and feel the smiling energy filling your spleen and wrapping around it. And imagine your spleen smiling back at you. Again, connect the mouth and spleen. Inhale. Exhale. Make the hoo sound. Breathe out heat and dampness, feelings of overthinking and worry. Inhale yellow chi, fairness and compassion into the spleen, stomach, and pancreas. Breathe normally and breathe in yellow chi, fairness and compassion. Smile down into your spleen and feel the smiling energy. Fill your spleen and wrap around it. And imagine your spleen smiling back at you. And again, connect the mouth and the spleen. Inhale. Exhale, push in. Exhale, heat and dampness, overthinking and worry. And make the healing sound who. Inhale, let's do that again. Press in. Exhale, heat and dampness, overthinking and worry. Make the healing sound who. Breathe yellow chi, fairness and compassion into spleen, stomach and pancreas. Breathe yellow chi, fairness and compassion into the spleen, stomach and pancreas. Smile down to your spleen and feel the smiling energy filling the spleen and wrapping around it. Imagine your spleen smiling back at you. Now we'll go to the last healing sound. It's for the triple burner, and the sound will be she, S-H-E-E-E, she. It's a little tricky. The position is, how will I like this? Because see, this is the lower burner, and if I'm like this, the lower burner's all squished up. Okay, so I'll straighten that. So I'm kind of lying flat here. It can also be done lying down, but I didn't, we don't have the camera set up for that. So now, inhale, expand your stomach and chest. Exhale and make the she sound. She. Now, imagine a large roller rolling down from the chest to the lower abdomen and making your chest and abdomen as flat as a piece of paper. You feel light, bright, and empty. So, inhale, expanding your stomach and chest. Exhale, make the she sound. She. Larger roller. Flattening the chest. As flat as a sheet of paper. You feel light, bright, and empty. And one more time. Inhale. Expand stomach and chest. Exhale, make the she sound, the large roller. Now you feel light, bright, and empty. Okay. Now this is going to be what we're going to do in 2 weeks from now, on the Wednesday, the 17th of February, for the Wednesday night meditation. So I have a chance to learn the exercise, and I wanted to point out, but I think I'll do this in an email, but for example, the lung exercise for colds, flu, mucus, toothaches, smoking, I hope nobody's doing that. Asthma, emphysema, or depression, you can repeat the sound 9, 12, 18, 24, 36 times. So even though I brought this up because it's used for COVID rehabilitation and prevention, it's also very good for other, preventing other illnesses or relieving other illnesses. So this is true then of all the other sounds. They have a variety of things that they're good for, helping to relieve or prevent. So I'll work up an email and send that out. And hopefully encourage everybody to join in on Wednesday the 17th and Wednesdays thereafter, so that we can teach and learn this routine. Any questions?